So how's it going? Good. Nice to see everybody. I've got just a short video basically talking about some things you may have missed today if you were busy living life. So I went to work today and I had not much to do, so I scanned some news and saved some links. This is from the Express paper in the UK. COVID microchip developer says there's no stopping rollout, whether we like it or not. The developer of a controversial new COVID microchip that is embedded in the skin has hit back at critics who slammed the project in an exclusive interview with Express UK. Well, I don't think they slammed the project in the interview, but they didn't send that exactly right. A Swedish startup company that has invented a scannable microchip that is implanted in people's arms can display your vaccination status. This digital implant is designed to be embedded in people's arms so your vaccine passport pops up when scanned. Created by the tech startup Disruptive Subdermals, the controversial invention is made of a pre-programmed scannable implant 2 millimeters by 16 millimeters in size. One Twitter user argued, "Look, I'm as pro-vaccine as anyone around, and I'm pro-vaccine passport on a voluntary basis, but this just plays into the narrative of they want to track you conspiracy theorists." Well, clearly it's not a narrative if they're making microchips that track your progress of your medical device. That's pretty crazy. And then I noticed this from Electronic Frontier Foundation. I was cruising around there today. In 2021, the police took a page out of the NSA's playbook. With increasing frequency, law enforcement has been using unconstitutional, suspicionless digital dragnet searches in an attempt to identify unknown suspects in criminal cases. Whether these searches are for anyone who is near a building where a crime occurred, or who search for a keyword like bomb, or who shares genetic data with crime scene DNA sample, 2021 saw more and more of these searches, and more attempts to push back and rein in unconstitutional law enforcement behavior. So the article goes on and just explains what they're doing: geofence warrants, aggregated app-generated location data. So if you have a phone, location data that has been used to target the First Amendment protected activity. And they talk about efforts to push back. It's kind of an interesting article. Electronic Frontier Foundation or Freedom Frontier Foundation, whatever. Electronic Frontier Foundation is kind of interesting. I think they do some decent work. So, something else to look forward. And this is from the New York Post. 34% of Americans say violence against government's justified. Well, they go on. This first paragraph says it all. A third of Americans say violence against the government is sometimes justified, a shocking new poll revealed on Saturday. And it goes in to talk about the fake Capitol thing, and the numbers have risen sharply in recent years. In 2015, 23% of Americans approved of violence against authorities, researchers said. 5 years before that, 16% agreed, up from only 13% in the mid-90s. Well, that's pretty good, because I think around the time of the first revolution, only 3% really thought violence against authorities was a good idea. So now we're up to 30-some percent. 34%, and I think those numbers will keep climbing. Just crazy stuff. I kind of wanted to put this video together not only to give you some interesting things I thought were interesting, but just to make sure we're still thinking that we need to be prepared for the future. We're still thinking that if we don't manifest their negative nonsense about a medical thing, you'll be healthy, and we may actually make this world a better place. So, there you go. If you have any comments, I'd like to hear them. Otherwise, we'll keep streaming. Probably Thursday as usual. I hope you have a nice evening, and we will talk to you later.